This is Huples Cat coming at you from Ontario.
Give us a place to stand and a place to grow and call this land Ontario.
Give us a land of lakes and a land of snow, and we will build Ontario.
Well, I've been offline for a bit and I'm back. And what do you guys think about that, eh?
I love it! I love it more!
Michael, that doesn't seem safe.
I love it! Come on, let's go!
California's own Dark Knight, Adrian Quihuis, has been showing us how to hang around in trees, waiting for the light in the sky over California to rush there and save people. And I think clearly this is really hard to do. And if you look closely at the actual video, you'll see it's a loop. But why do we have dogs? Dogs are interesting. And here Robert from Florida shows us how to master the dog that is being somewhat disobedient.
Alright, come on. Let's do this. It's my chair. I'll get yours set up in a little bit. Come on. I know it's your chair. I know. Come on. Come on, buddy. That's my chair. Hey guys. Yeah. Today we got a new tent and some new gear. So I figured I'd share it with you. I know I haven't been on for a while, so yeah, getting ready for camping, and hopefully our weather will cool down here. Either that or I'm going to go find cool weather, because see, it's 90, 80, 90 degrees. Today's supposed to feel like 100. It's hot.
Of course, many people have given up on dogs entirely, and in Australia, the land down under, or the land above us all, depending on how you look at the place, Ozzy from Aussie Survival actually tries to make friends with a possum, and this is how to do it. And be very careful, kids out there, touching any wild creature, and especially be very, very careful trying to remove food from an English Bull Terrier.
Oh. A possum is not really, it's a wild animal, it's not a pet, but it's not really an animal that takes kindly to being touched by human hands. They can get quite aggressive. There's one here that's a mother, and yeah, she doesn't like being touched. But this little guy, he's one of the little ones I've been watching for the last 3 or 4 nights. And he'll come up and he'll sniff your hand. Ow! That was a big bite. But sometimes just very gently pat them like that. Okay, this guy's really hungry. He thought I was going to take that piece of apple off him. It's one of those things you observe for a little while, see how they interact with people before you start touching, but don't grab them. Just give them a very gentle pat. Just like that. It's an exhilarating experience. He's really hungry tonight. And there'll be a few more around tonight. There's about 4 of them that hang around.
God love it. Christine from Oregon is still pushing the "is no climate change, isn't human" angle, and it really is sad to see this, because there's a lot of evidence that carbon dioxide is rising, and that is entrapping heat, which is causing more extreme weather variations across the world, much colder spells in the winter with a lot more snow, and because a lot more moisture in the atmosphere, because a lot of the ice sheets and the glaciers and the ocean layers are actually evaporating and going into the atmosphere. It's pretty basic climate science. But one of the interesting things is she states that there is no real actual evidence of this, and I love the way the climate change deniers keep going on and on and on and on about the fact that humans aren't affecting the environment and it's just a natural cycle and there's no evidence of this, when clearly there's a lot of evidence. But you got to give them it. they're going to stick to this right until the very time they die. Personally, I haven't been spending much time on YouTube lately because I've got other things to do, and I'm actually believing that the timeline I originally gave of 2022, before we'd start to see widespread global famines, is actually pretty accurate. Time is getting short, boys and girls, and if you want to spend that time denying that we're going to face severe droughts and severe ice storms and severe flooding and severely reduced amounts of food, good luck to you. And I hope that you are okay, because I don't think any of us are going to be okay, and I don't think any of us can mitigate or avoid what is coming, and I think it's coming soon. So that was the semi-serious message in this one. But I love Christine, watch your channel, but honestly Christine, there's a lot of science out there that proves you're absolutely wrong.
This is Reverend Christine. Climate change. My God, what do we do? It's climate change. Where's the sun go? Ah, climate change. Everybody panic. This is Reverend Christine.
In recent months, climate emergencies have been declared by Canada and a number of other countries. I'm sure you've heard them. 11,000 scientists from 153 countries. The Alliance of World Scientists says it has a moral obligation to warn humanity. It says greenhouse gas emissions are still rising and that recent efforts to reduce them are not enough. The declaration also says the climate crisis is accelerating faster than many scientists predicted, that it's caused even more damage than many had feared. The Alliance says it had to speak out. Why? Because climate change is threatening ecosystems and, get this, the fate of humanity. Scary words there.
The African people are being most affected by climate change, but they are contributing the least to the overall problem. It's impacting their food security situation.
We have fewer rain days.
Right.
So like long maturing crops don't mature anymore because there's not enough rain.
Another impact is in the situation with the lakes that many communities rely on.
8 years ago, the snow was further down to where you can see the lake there.
The water in these lakes is also increasing in heat, and that is killing off fish populations. And these fish populations are therefore no longer available as a high source of protein and as a source of their livelihoods.
I like walking on glaciers, not when they're vanishing as a result of climate change.
There is no doubt that climate change is putting at risk their development prospects going forward.
दम घुट रहा है, इसमें प्रॉब्लम ये आ रही है कि दम घुटता है, गले में खांसी.
You know, they're calling this one the 1 in 100 year drought, and I'd have to say they're pretty damn close to it. You know, things are starting to dry off, things are starting to change just a little bit, but then all of a sudden it's like, what the hell just happened? You wake up one day and you're in the worst drought, you got no feed, and the way it was on the whole eastern seaboard, we ran out of feed, we couldn't get feed anywhere.
Look, oh my God.
Oh. Oh my God.
Oh, you can feel it.
I cannot believe they're letting us drive through this.
Well, that's all from me. Hope you enjoyed that. Just to play us out, a word from the next President of the United States of America. Summing up, basically the state of democracy and politics in the United States, and pretty much everywhere else, including Canada. So, you guys have a great week, have a great weekend, and I will put up some other content as and when I feel like it. Take it easy, and have fun.
Does it say that Fox News is nicer to me than the lefties are?
I'm sorry?
What does it say? That the conservatives are nicer to me?
It's a bizarre world, man.
It's such a bizarre world. You know, I'm such a lefty. I mean, I'm a serious lefty. But they're so... I understand why people on the right call them godless. I mean, it's like... I didn't think the left was as mean as the right. They are.
Well, I'm just right.
Give us a place to stand and a place to grow, and call this land Ontario, a place to live for you and me, with hopes as high as tallest trees.
Give us a land of lakes and a land of snow, and we will build Ontario. A place to stand, a place to grow, Ontario. From western hills to northern shore.
This video is brought to you by Bad Terrier Productions 2019.